"I'll tell the only doctor in town how to treat them," she said on a porch in Oneida, then stayed and rewrote the whole story. Cornelia Adeline McConville grew up in Brooklyn. She wore glasses in her college portrait, one of only 2 women in a class of 24. Maybe that is where her interest in eyes began. She trained at the Women's Medical College in New York. Then she worked in Manhattan as a stenographer. Then she became an ophthalmologist, one of the few women in the field at the turn of the century. By 1898, she was at the New York Eye and Ear Infirmary. She assisted Dr. John Elmer Weeks, the man who had helped name a bacterium that could wreck a child's sight. She learned how fast contagion could travel. She learned how quickly a family could lose its light. In 1909, a Baptist preacher from Kentucky spoke in her city. Cornelia said no at first. Too far, too hard for a woman, she thought. That summer, she climbed into a road wagon with 2 mules and crossed mud holes, ducked low branches, and sang with strangers as the hills closed in. 4 weeks later, a mountaineer brought his 10-year-old daughter to the porch. Florrie could barely open her eyes. Trachoma had eaten the whites, her father begged. Cornelia told him she'd tell the only doctor in town how to treat them. Instead, she stayed. She lectured. She scraped infected lids, irrigated tired eyes, taught families to stop sharing towels. She raised money for 20 years. Dr. Weeks sent $1,200, the largest gift. In one October week in 1914, she and a colleague examined 300 patients, performed 26 operations, and gave 9 lectures. By February 1928, the Oneida Mountain Hospital stood on the ridge. It treated births, broken bones, and eyes. In 1941, the state took it over. Cornelia retired in 1942 and died in 1949, age 80. The hospital lived on under new hands until 1971. She had promised to tell the doctor. She told an entire mountain instead. She said she'd tell the doctor, but she became the doctor. What happened next?